Hello, my friend. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about mistakes. Not just the small ones, but the kind that make us feel heavy inside. For a long time, I believed mistakes meant failure or weakness. Maybe you have felt the same. But over time, I realized something different. Mistakes are not the end. They are part of being human, and they can be the very steps that help us grow. So today, I want us to reflect on this together. It's okay to make mistakes. Life is not perfect. People are not perfect. Every person, no matter how smart or strong, makes mistakes. This is completely normal. Mistakes are a natural part of being human. If you look at your own life, you will remember many times when you did something wrong. Maybe you forgot something important. Maybe you said the wrong word. Maybe you failed a test. All of these are mistakes. And that is okay. Sometimes society tells us that we must be perfect. We see pictures of perfect people, perfect jobs, and perfect lives. But the truth is simple. Perfection is not real. Nobody is perfect. If we try too hard to be perfect, we only worry and are unhappy. Overthinking about perfection can bring stress, fear, and sadness into our hearts. Instead of chasing perfection, we should remember that mistakes happen to everyone. Even famous people, successful people, and people we admire make mistakes. For example, many great inventors failed many times before they created something useful. They did not succeed the first time. They tried, they failed, they learned, and then they succeeded. Their mistakes were not the end. Their mistakes were steps to success. Children also learn by making mistakes. A baby falls many times before learning to walk. A child writes wrong letters before learning to write well. No one can grow without mistakes. If we expect ourselves to never fail, we will always feel disappointed. But if we accept mistakes as normal, we will feel freer and calmer. It is important to understand this. Making mistakes does not mean you are bad. It does not mean you are weak. It only means you are human. And being human means you are learning every day. Every error you make is proof that you are trying. Every mistake is proof that you are moving forward. We should not hide our mistakes. We should not feel shame. Instead, we should face them with courage. We can tell ourselves, yes, I made a mistake, and that is okay. This simple sentence can give us peace and confidence. It helps us accept who we are. It helps us grow stronger inside. Remember, mistakes do not take away your value. They do not make you less important. In fact, your mistakes make you unique. They give you stories, lessons, and strength that no one else has. If everyone were perfect, the world would be boring. But our imperfections make us different and special. So the first step is clear. Accept that mistakes are part of life. Everyone makes them, and you will make them too. Mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are the beginning of learning. Before this, we talked about how everyone makes mistakes and why it is normal. Now, let us go deeper. Mistakes are not only normal, they are also very useful. Mistakes are like teachers. They give us lessons that no book can teach. Every mistake gives us a chance to learn something new and to grow stronger. Think about the last time you tried to learn a new skill. Did you do it perfectly on the first try? Probably not. Maybe you learned how to ride a bicycle, but you fell many times before you could ride without help. Maybe you tried to say a new English word, but you said it in the wrong way. These are all mistakes, but they are also important lessons. After each mistake, you understand more. You learn, and the next time you do better. This is the secret. Mistakes are teachers. They show us where we need to change. They point to the places where we are not strong yet. Without mistakes, we would never know what we need to practice. Imagine if you always did everything perfectly. You would never improve. You would stay the same forever. But when you make errors, you can see your weak points. Then you can work on them. Mistakes give you a clear path for growth. Successful people understand this truth. They know that mistakes are not the end. They see mistakes as steps on the journey. For them, failure is not a wall that stops them. Failure is a door that leads to new understanding. When they fail, they do not give up. They ask questions. They ask, why did I fail? What can I change? What can I do better next time? This kind of thinking makes them stronger and wiser. Mistakes also help us become more creative. When one way does not work, we are forced to try another way. We start to think differently. We discover new methods, new ideas, and new solutions. Without mistakes, we would never search for another path. Many of the greatest discoveries in history came from mistakes. People tried something, it failed, but that failure showed a new possibility. So the next time you make a mistake, do not feel afraid. Do not think, I am not good enough. Instead, think, this is my chance to grow. When you see mistakes as helpers, not enemies, you change your whole attitude. You begin to welcome them. You begin to see them as signs that you are moving forward. Every mistake you make is a small step forward. Every error gives you knowledge that you did not have before. So, when you fall, stand up again. When you fail, try again. Remember, mistakes are not the opposite of success. Mistakes are part of success. We saw that mistakes are teachers. They help us grow and improve. But there is another important part of this journey: how we treat ourselves after we make mistakes. Many times, the problem is not only the mistake itself. The bigger problem is how we speak to ourselves. When we make mistakes, it is easy to be hard on ourselves. We may feel angry or sad. We may say things like, I am stupid, I always fail, I cannot do this. This is called negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is dangerous because it makes us weak and hopeless. It closes the door to growth. If we always speak to ourselves in this way, we may stop trying. And if we stop trying, we cannot move forward. Instead of being hard, we must learn to be kind to ourselves. Making mistakes is normal. It is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of learning. One mistake does not mean your whole life is wrong. It only means you are on the way, step by step. Think about a good friend who makes a mistake. How would you treat them? You would not shout at them. You would not call them stupid. You would not tell them to give up. Instead, you would encourage them. You would say, it's okay. Try again. You can do it. You would support them with love and care. So why not give the same kindness to yourself? You deserve it too. If you can be gentle with a friend, you can also be gentle with your own heart. Speak to yourself the same way. Say, it's okay. I am still learning. I will try again. These words give you hope and courage. Being kind to yourself is very important for your mental health. If you are always angry at yourself, you create stress, sadness, and fear inside. But if you are gentle, you create hope, peace, and strength. For example, instead of saying, I failed again, try saying, I am still learning. Next time, I will prepare more. This small change in words can make a big difference in how you feel. Compassion for yourself means you understand that you are human. Humans make mistakes. That is part of life. Each mistake is not the end. It is a small step forward. Each error is not a reason to stop. It is a lesson that shapes you. Do not judge yourself too harshly. Learn the lesson. Forgive yourself. Then move on with a lighter heart. Remember, self-love is not the same as pride. Self-love does not mean saying, "I am perfect." No. Self-love means saying, "I am not perfect, but I still deserve respect and care." Your mistakes do not take away your value. They do not make you less important. You are still an amazing human being, even with your flaws. So, my friend, be gentle. Speak kindly. Encourage yourself the way you would encourage a friend. This kindness will give you the strength to keep going, even after mistakes. It will keep your heart open, your mind strong, and your path forward full of hope. Earlier, we talked about being kind to ourselves. We learned that mistakes are not the end. They are lessons. But sometimes, even if we are kind, we cannot fix everything alone. And that is okay. No one in this world can solve all problems by themselves. That is why asking for help is so important. Asking for help is not weakness. It is a smart and brave action. When we ask for help, we show that we want to learn. We show that we are open. We also show that we are ready to grow. Many people respect this attitude. They admire a person who is humble enough to say, "I don't know everything. Can you help me?" If you feel lost after a mistake, do not stay alone in silence. You can talk to someone with more experience. A teacher, a mentor, a friend, or even a family member can share advice with you. Their ideas may give you a new way to see the problem. Maybe they made the same mistake before and can guide you. Maybe they know something you do not know yet. By asking for help, you learn faster and avoid bigger mistakes. Another important part of dealing with mistakes is saying sorry. Sometimes our mistakes hurt other people. We may speak without thinking. We may act without care. And later, we see that our words or actions made someone sad. At that moment, we need to apologize. Saying "I am sorry" is not always easy. Our pride may want us to stay quiet, but a sincere apology is very powerful. It shows that we accept our mistake. It shows that we care about the feelings of others. When we say sorry, we open the door to healing and trust. A real apology can make relationships stronger. It can take away anger or sadness. For example, if you hurt a friend's feelings, saying sorry with honesty can rebuild the friendship. The heavy feelings between you and your friend can become lighter. After you say sorry, do not keep holding guilt. You must also forgive yourself. Learn from the mistake and then move forward with a clean heart. Forgiveness is also important when other people make mistakes. Just as you want others to forgive you, they also need your understanding. If someone hurts you, try to see their point of view. Maybe they were tired, afraid, or confused. Giving them a second chance does not mean you accept bad behavior. It means you free your heart from carrying anger. Forgiveness gives peace to your heart and helps you live with more kindness. So remember, my friend, when you cannot fix things alone, ask for help. And when your mistake hurts others, say sorry. These actions do not make you weak. They make you wise, strong, and human. To ask for help shows courage. To say sorry shows love. Both will help you grow and keep your heart full of peace. We already talked about asking for help and saying sorry. These simple actions make us softer but also stronger inside. And now, let's take another step. When we make mistakes, we should not stay stuck in them. It is okay to look back and learn, but if we live in the past, our heart feels heavy. To heal, we need to keep moving forward. This moving forward is called resilience. Resilience means the power to stand up again after falling. It means trying one more time, even when you failed before. Every person needs resilience. Without it, we stop growing. With it, we can rise again and again. When you face failure, allow yourself to feel sad. Feeling sad is normal. It is part of being human. But do not stay in sadness for too long. Do not live in that heavy place. After the sadness, take a breath. Make a plan. Try again. A good way is to break your big goal into smaller steps. Work slowly. Work with patience. Each small step brings you closer to success. For example, if you want to learn English, do not try to master everything in one day. Learn 5 new words today. Practice 1 short sentence tomorrow. Step by step, you will see progress. Celebrate these small wins. Small wins are not small. They are the building blocks of confidence. Maybe you read 1 page of a book in English. That is success. Maybe you spoke 1 sentence to a friend. That is success. Maybe you tried again after failing before. That is also success. Every small win is a victory for your spirit. Use positive words to help yourself. Talk kindly to yourself. Say, "I am proud I tried." Say, "I will do better next time." These simple words give you energy. They give you hope. They remind you that you are not stuck. You are moving forward. Most of all, believe in yourself. Trust your own strength. Remember the challenges you have already overcome. You survived them. You are still here. That means you are stronger than you think. Each mistake you face makes you wiser. Each failure you accept makes you braver. Life will never be free from mistakes. That is not the goal. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to keep growing. The goal is to live with peace and courage. When you accept mistakes as part of your story, you remove fear from your heart. You can walk freely, step by step, into the future. So remember this, my friend. It is okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are the beginning of learning. They are not shame. They are steps to wisdom. Accept them. Learn from them. Forgive yourself. Move forward with confidence. Walk proudly as the imperfect but amazing person you are.